Shalom, brethren. This your brother Watazak. First and foremost, want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who teach and rule well, taught me this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect here in the Americas and scattered across the world. All right. And, salutations and a big shalom to all you brothers pushing this word with truth and sincerity. So you know what it is, man. Kind of like daily, every day you start to see things move closer and closer to prophecies being fulfilled. I'm under the impression that all this entire scamdemic is just a big push for the MOTB, all right, because they are looking to see how they can use their manipulative tactics using media and scientists mandates to see who they can in fact get to submit. What you see on the screen is just some updates through social media, but what you don't see on the screen is what I'm gonna read. Where is it? It was about Biden, or excuse me, not Biden. Putin created a new or approved a new aerosol or like a push spray type of max for Russia. Even say he did it. He took it. And I found that on Russia Today, and it's just staggering that when you go to the latest news or world news, well, guess what they're talking about? You know what it is, man. The scam Pam. The pan scamdemic. That's all you see everywhere. Why? Because they're trying to condition you. All right, this is an insider paper. I believe this is on Twitter. Says WHO, World Health Organization, officially classifies the new B11529 variant as the Omicron variant. And, the Delta, Omicron, the original, and all this, man, I believe that these are different acronyms and or code words, for the elite, or the people in the know to kind of see, where they're at. This is Breaking 911 also on Twitter. Says questions arrives if vax effective on new strain. BioNTech is studying the new COVID-19 variant that emerges in South Africa and said it will know in 2 weeks if the vaccine is developed with Pfizer is effective. Developed with Pfizer is effective against it. Okay, so the Financial Times reports. Yeah, it would be the Financial Times because these people are making, buku cash from developing this nonsense. I don't want to, speak too much specifically on it because you know how that go. YouTube would just take it down. I'm just going to let you see what I'm seeing, and then you kind of can piece it together with the scriptures I'm going to bring out here in a few. WHO designates new coronavirus strain as the variant of concern. What Lambda was the doomsday variant or something like that. You know what I mean? And then they're predicting even more coming out because it's all predictive programming, man. If they could tell you something is going to happen before it happens, then when it happens, you're not gonna panic because they told you. The problem is that these aren't naturally occurring things, man. I'm under the impression that these are all man-made, and the rollout of them is scheduled, to kind of shape the minds of the people and accomplish their ultimate goal. All right, which is depopulation, ultimately controlling you even up into your mentality. It talks about Esau oppressing you oppressing a man in his heritage, all right, even in his household. This is just a comparison. Portugal, you can see it on here, but just know Portugal, Gibraltar, what was it? A couple other countries that are, in the 90s of the percentile of having taken the jab, and their cases are just unbelievable. Austria is in full lockdown. Australia is taking people to FEMA camps. So, hey, man, that crazy dude who was telling you, what was going on, you probably need to apologize, man, because you kept calling him a conspiracy theorist. But now here we are, and these things are happening. There's no doubt about it. All right. And here is the next portion of it. Dow tanks 900 points as, concerns worst 1 day drop of the year. You know, why? Because they're concerned about, the finances. Okay. That's why in the one, right here, it says the Financial Times reported. Well, why do you think? Because the finances, economic standard, and these mandates and the pandemic is all part of one portion of sorcery. All right. And that's really what it is. So in the scriptures, I believe in the Greek, G5331 is the word pharmakia, which is where you get the word pharmacy from, or pharmaceuticals. All right. And let's just think about it. When you think of sorcery, you think of somebody taking chemicals, mainly and it's depicted as a witch taking all these different chemicals, eye of newt, tongue of lizard, and all this bullshit, you know what I mean, and mixing it together to make some type of concoction that does something nefarious to the person who ingested it to take it. All right. And so that's what the pharmaceutical company is all about. Just a bunch of different chemicals that mimic the herbs. Matter of fact, let me see. Yes, this is Ecclesiastes 3:1. I'm going to just start at 1. It says, honor a physician with the honor due unto him for the uses which ye may have of him, for the Lord hath created him. For of the Most High cometh healing, and he shall receive the honor of the king. The skill of the physician shall lift up his head, and in the sight of great men he shall be in admiration. The Lord hath created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them. It says, was not the water made sweet with wood, that the virtue thereof might be known? And he hath given men skill that he might be honored in his marvelous works. So, the key portion in that is that the herbs and faith in the Lord is really the key of healing. I'm not saying not to go see a doctor or things of that nature, especially for like, diagnoses and things of that nature. But once they start getting into the pharmaceuticals, it gets pretty, witchcrafty. And the point that I'm making here is that just because somebody's a doctor doesn't necessarily make him a friend. All right. When I say a friend, I mean somebody who's bound to do good to you. Because at the end of the day, this is Esau we're talking about. All right. And Esau is not going to lead you down the path of righteousness. He may do good for you here or there, and it probably it'd be by mistake. All right. Because the Lord, it'll seem like a mistake because he's the wicked one, but the Lord will put him in position to do something for his elect or his people, that may benefit them. But all in all, man, Esau is our enemy. OK. This is Exodus 23. It says, thou shalt not rise a false report and put thine hand with the wickedness to be an unrighteous witness. So what do you have here right now? You have Esau getting all these celebrities, these so-called community leaders, and really pushing, their agenda on them, because at the end of the day, that's the exact same thing that they're going to do when they push that MOTB. Remember, this is not about a disease. This is about control. This is about, them understanding the statistics of how many people they are going to fall in line and how many people are going to rebel, so they know how to get their forces in order. All right. Verse 2 says, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a case to decline after many to rest judgment. All right. Neither shalt thou countenance a poor man in his cause. All right. So, you shouldn't be following after these these, wicked celebrities, these wicked leaders, because at the end of the day, guess what they're doing? They're trusting the enemy. They're really playing Steven from Django, and I always bring that out, man. They playing the dude from, what was that, man? Dingo. Remember the dude who ran, and the boy Cicero got away, was running away, and they sent the slave after him. Hey, man, that's what's happening here. All right. It don't, hey, man. So, and you could think about this whole woke culture is mostly bullshit, because if you're not hip to see that something is wrong with this picture, then, hey, man, you're not really awake, man. All right. This is Ecclesiasticus. All right. Yeah, there's more on it. Hold on. It's 12 and 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Who's our chief enemy? Esau, Edom. Why would we trust this man to all of a sudden have us in mind? If you don't remember when it first was being developed, the kill shot, all they were talking about was to get it to the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Those were literally the acronyms that they used, right? It says, though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, that thou be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass. All right. So, hey, man, and thou shalt know that his rest have not all been together wiped away. Why would you think this man has anything good here for you? Like, come on, man. You saw the boy Rittenhouse just got off. All right. Then went to go meet with Trump. Like, come on, man. Keep in mind a lot of these dudes who kill niggas and stuff, whether it be cops or regular citizens trying to play vigilante, when they go to jail, their bail is paid by the KKK. Don't get it twisted. The ranks of the KKK and these racist motherfuckers are all the way up to the very top of the elite, man. All right. We're not talking about just regular Joe six-pack Edomites that want to say nigger to get themselves high on a Friday night over a fucking Jägermeister. No, we talking about the elite, the kings of this earth, the gods of this earth, if you will. Verse 12 says, set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Hey, listen, that's already happened, because those devils is over in our land. America is technically our land, because the Northern Kingdom came over here. All right. And yet what happened? We just went through Thanksgiving, man. And now they claim to be the natives. This is their land, right? Yeah, all right. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest ye seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. All right. Verse 13 says, who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beasts? That's funny, because the whole understanding of how a syringe works, which is used to administer the monster, comes from how different animals, mainly snakes, inject their venom. All right. And it's funny that the Lord would use this, because, man, we're dealing with the brood of snakes, man. Hey, man, it refers to the devil as a serpent in the Garden of Eden. All right. And a great dragon in Revelations, man. All of which are serpents. OK. And so we have to be wary of who the Lord is clearly telling us to be, to steer clear of, with our allegiance. Obviously we have to live in this society, but you have to understand you can have allegiance, man. It says, who will pity the charmer? What are you trying to charm serpents for? What are you dealing with Esau for? On that intimate level, so where he could change the heritage in your house. All right. He's already deceived them. He's got families divided over this thing. All right. And that's just one subject. OK. Got to be circumspect to all these things. All right. This is Zephaniah 3. It says, woe to her that is filthy and polluted, to the oppressing city. She obeyed not the voice. She received not correction. She trusted not in the Lord. She drew not near her God. Her princes within her are roaring lions. Her judges are evening wolves. They gnaw not the bones till the morrow. Her prophets are light and treacherous persons. Her priests have polluted sanctuaries. They have done violence to law. Hey, man, and that's a lot of you niggas, man. You know, you don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. You don't follow the Most High. Therefore, now you're leading our people into a burning house, man. Just like Martin Luther King would have said. All right, did say, excuse me. You know, because at the end of the day, you know, you want to get back so you can have your synagogue filled up. All right, and you want to have your church filled up with people again. So you're going to promote. You know, you want shit to go back to normal. All right, and so so you promote the jab. You get paid off, so you promote the jab. All right, all of these things, okay, and you know we have to be circumspect and hey man, the Lord ain't gonna be merciful to y'all, man. Okay, because at the end of the day, you knowing exactly what Esau wants you to do, and not the Lord. All right. This is Revelations. What was I at? I think it's 18. Yeah. Revelations 18. Where was I at? 23. It says, and the light of the candle shall shine no more at all in thee, and the voices of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. For thy merchants were great men of the earth, for by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. Yeah, man, because right now they're deceiving everybody about everything, but mainly about, you know, what this whole psyop is about, because it's really about control to see who's going to actually take the MOTB. Because, you know, you're not, hey, you take that, it's over. You know, you take this monster, yeah, you could check a year from now. You could, you know, it's all around not a good look. But the main factor is going to be the MOTB. If you took the jab, chances are you're going to take the MOTB. Not 100%, but I'm going to say this. Once that thing come around, y'all are already on the list of people who, you know, they expect to take it. You know? So, hey, you know, go with Yahweh. Verse 24, and in her was found the blood of the prophets and of saints and of all that were slain upon the earth. All right. So, you know, the blood of the prophets and the saints are here in America, man. You know, they're all around the world. This particularly talking about the Babylon the Great, right? So what's happening is, you know, we're the ones who, you know, put the standard on the world. OK, so if America uses its sorceries, its influence, whether it be militarily, financially, or spiritually, all right, it will deceive its own inhabitants and all of the subsidiary countries that it has power over. Not even that we're in league with those nations, but because America, let me stop saying we, but because America is, you know, the most powerful nation, then it tends to be the most influential. Okay. And here's the real goal. All right. And this is, I love this verse because it really paints it in perspective, you know, because Esau is still salty about the fact that he don't have the birthright. All right. Even though he was the firstborn and was entitled to it, the Lord had it to where Jacob was then, you know, supplanted him and was able to receive it from his father Isaac. And ever since then, he's been trying to get it back, you know, while using the blessing that he did get, which was the fatness of the earth and the efficiency of the sword. All right. Now, this is Judith 5:20. It says, now, therefore, my Lord and governor, if there be any error against these people and they sin against their God, let us consider that this shall be their ruin, and let us go up and we shall overcome them. Hey, so they're constantly trying to get us to go off. All right. And isn't just because of the new jab, mom. Even the ones that they want your kids to get, guess what they got in them? They got porcine DNA, which is swine. All right. Monkey DNA, monkey kidneys, aborted fetal cells, formaldehyde, you know, gelatin, which is more pork. OK, So you have to be wary of this dude, because that's his tactics. And it's not because he wants to help us. It's because he wants to overthrow us. All right. But if we come back to the Most High, okay, then we'll be able to be in a position of glory when the Lord lifts up that standard for us. Okay. It says, verse 21, it says, if there be no iniquity in their nation, let my Lord now pass by, lest their Lord defend them and their God be for them, and we become a reproach before all the world. And that's exactly what's going to happen. The Lord is going to lift up that standard. All right. And defend us. Okay. And the Lord will, a scripture, I believe in Ezekiel, it says, and they will be my people and I shall be their God, man. Hey, this is going to happen. And we're seeing the beginning of Esau panicking. That's why things is happening one after the other, one after the other. All right. All these different viral sensations and this, that, and the third to distract you about what's really happening. And what's happening, man, the book of Revelations is happening. All right. So we all got to be circumspect, brothers. All right. And with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Shem Rakakwadash. All right. Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. Double honors to the elders of GMS.